Please give them a round of applause. There's a ton of people that I need to thank, and the boys wanted to be out here to thank them too, so I said we'll do it at the beginning and we'll do it at the end. But I just want to thank, there's so many people I don't even know, but there was people that we interacted with every single day that I want to thank, like Miss Sharon, who made our wonderful lunches. Miss Sharon! But now, this is one month of Miss Sharon's great. And I want to thank Mr. Shoulders, who since the summer, and made sure we were on track. Miss Mona worked to reserve this place and make sure we have an opportunity to have you all here. Please give her a round of applause. Magically turned down the lights when I walked up here and made sure we had internet in the rooms, because during camp, I'm sure you all know by now, this presentation is honoring Tuskegee Airmen, and we use the internet constantly to bring up documentaries, show them clips from movies, and things like that. So that was very important. That was a very important part of the camp, and it really served our educational purposes. So Mr. Mack, we thank you. Mr. Kevin Fight, I really appreciate you. Man, I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Give Mr. Fight. And I really love saving the very best for last. And the boys are so mad because they want to be out here. He came earlier and saw a little piece of it. And they were so excited because that was like their first audience. So Mr. Settles, Vice President, Mr. Jimmy Settles is so important to this. We are so thankful, and we honor him as well as part of this presentation. The boys, he was part of the first audience, and now they're like, he's the guy who came before, and now he gets to see the whole thing. So we can't thank him enough. Please, the Vice President, Mr. Jimmy Settles. Such a great experience for me. It's been, every day has been like a dream to be able to do this, to bring them into such a beautiful, safe environment, to be able to walk through the campus marshes on one day, Paradise Valley the next day, travel the People Mover one day, just visit. I mean, they're going to be, you guys are in trouble. Any parents driving downtown, you are now going to be a passenger. You're going to be telling you, no, it's over there, Mom. No, you turned the wrong way. They're pros downtown now. So I don't want to waste any more of your time because you came to see them. Please. These are your children. This is the Boys Theater of Detroit Summer Camp presenting their play, their little presentation honoring the Tuskegee Airmen.
Tuskegee, Alabama. Only 12 miles from the famous Tuskegee Institute. There's an abandoned army field.
This field serves as a memory and monument to thousands of African Americans.
Men and women who answered the call for their country. But this field isn't all the desolate rolling valley it is today. Let us take you back. Let us take you back. Let us take you back. To a time when Tuskegee Airfield was bursting with activity. Planes zooming overhead all hours of the day.
Mail trucks filled with letters from family and friends.
Singing the praise of these great American heroes. Brave marching cadets. Lieutenants. Captains. Sergeants. All commissioned pilots of the United States Army Air Force. These are all the pilots.
These Tuskegee Airmen.
These black men. Fought in the skies over Germany. And the skies over Italy.
And countless skies all over Europe.
And won the war for America and its allies. And saved the world and our country from defeat.
All while suffering great inequality and injustice.
To themselves and their families.
These great men are our heroes.
These are our ancestors.
And we honor them, our parents and our families, with our presentation today. Let's hear it, Judd. Company, right face. Company, march.
Left, right, left.
and threatened by the intelligence, power, and potential of black men.
The leadership of the U.S. military fabricated countless falsehoods and excuses
To exclude black men from fighting roles in leadership in the U.S. military.
But the powerful black press and the NAACP pressured President Roosevelt to take action.
So in 1940, the War Department appropriated $1 million to build an air base to train African American men at the Tuskegee Institute in Alabama.
We all bonded immediately.
With a common purpose and a shared respect and pride in ourselves,
Our family.
our spirituality, and our culture, using stories and letters from these great American heroes
And poetry from the World War II era, poet Langston Hughes.
and his predecessor, Paul Laurence Dunbar.
Would like to take you on the short walk in the shoes of these great American heroes.
And where did these dreams of flight begin?
Well, for most Tuskegee Airmen, they began at home, in the loving arms of their families.
Aunt Sue has a head full of stories. Aunt Sue has a whole heart full of stories. Summer night on the porch, Aunt Sue cut us brown face towel to her bosom and tells him stories.
Black men working in the hot sun,
And black men walking in the dewy night.
and black men singing strong songs on the banks of a mighty river.
Mingled themselves softly in the flow of Aunt Sue's voice
Mingled themselves softly in the shadows.
that crossed and recrossed Aunt Sue's story. And that dark-faced child listening knows that Aunt Sue's stories are his stories. He knows that Aunt Sue's stories are real stories.
He knows that Aunt Sue never got her stories out of any book at all.
But they came right out her own life.
That dark-faced child is quiet.
On a hot Tuskegee, Alabama night, listening to Aunt Sue's stories.
It was a story of survival and triumph that the Tuskegee Airmen witnessed and heard in the life of their parents and elders.
that gave them the strength and confidence to fight for change in our country.
Growing up in a community of dreamers and believers made incredible dreams come true.
My Aunt Sue, I was crazy about her. I liked her more than any of my other relatives. She's the only one I didn't hide from when they came to visit. When I was a kid, she used to lift me up and whirl me in the air above her. Around and around and around and around. It felt like I was flying. I didn't want her to stop. Don't stop, Aunt Sue. Fly me all the way to the sun, please. And she lied down deep and said, "Oh no, this old plane is coming in for a landing right now. You'll be able to take your own self up there one day." And she was right. Because when I got older, I got my pilot's license. And finally became a Tuskegee Airman. And the very day I got my wings, I ran to Aunt Sue's house to take her flying with me. She didn't want to come at first. "Oh, no, son. I'm not coming up in that thing with you." It took months. I had to beg her. But finally, she went. And as we took off down the runway and into the air, she started to laugh. Like a little girl. "Take me up higher and higher and higher, son. Fly me all the way to heaven." She didn't want to come down because it was so peaceful. So free. So close to God. She didn't live much longer after that. And I never got the chance to take her up again. But sometimes when I'm flying up there, I can hear her laugh. Resounding all over the sky. And I know whenever I take off, she's up there waiting for me.
We all know the Tuskegee Airmen were brave fighter pilots, but it takes a different kind of bravery to live, learn, and grow, especially when you're separated from the love and support of your family.
So long, so far away, is family. Barely even memories alive.
Save those that letters from home create.
Save those that memories beat back in the blood.
Beat out the blow with the words that so.
Discrimination.
Injustice.
Jim Crow.
So long, so far away, is my family's beautiful dark face.
It wasn't easy being a Tuskegee Airman.
It's 1941, and segregation and discrimination is still the law of the land. So no one ever gave them anything.
They earned every medal, every star, and every stripe.
And on their way to legend and glory, there are many moments of doubt and despair. But the Tuskegee Airmen learned how to turn moments of despair into occasions of triumph.
It was a long time ago. I had almost forgotten my dream. It was there, in front of me, bright like the sun. My dream.
But then a wall rose slowly between me and my dream.
Rose slowly, dimming and hiding the light of my dream. Rose until it touched the sky.
The wall casting shadow of hate.
Discrimination.
Fear.
And injustice.
I fall down in the shadow. No longer letting my dream before me.
Above me only wall, only the thick shadow.
My hands, my dark hands.
Break through the wall.
Find my dream. Help me to shatter this darkness, to smash this night.
To break this shadow into 1,000 lights of sun, into 1,000 flying dreams of sun.
By digging down deep, remembering who they are, where they came from, the greatness of their past, their spirituality, and their personal power. That's how the Tuskegee Airmen changed aviation in America forever.
I know rivers! I'm the most ancient of the world.
And older than the flow of human blood and human veins.
My soul has grown deep like the rivers.
I bathed in the Euphrates when dawns were young.
I built my hut in the Congo. I built my hut near the Congo and it lulled me to sleep.
I looked upon the Nile and raised pyramids above it.
I heard the singing of the Mississippi when Abe Lincoln went down to New Orleans.
Then I've seen its muddy bottom turn all golden in the sunset.
I know rivers! Ancient, dusky rivers.
My soul
They're going deep like the rivers.
When the Tuskegee Airmen returned home as triumphant heroes of the war, they were faced with the same and sometimes even greater injustice. They faced fighting in the United States Army Air Corps. They were forced to maintain the integrity and dignity of American war heroes while suffering great bigotry and discrimination.
We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask.
We wear the mask that grins and lies.
It hides our cheeks and shades our eyes.
It is debt we pay to fly the miles.
With torn and bleeding hearts, we smile.
we wish the world were otherwise.
While comes in all our tears and sighs. But let them only see us while we wear the mask.
We smile, but old great Christ our cries.
To thee from torture, souls arise. We smile, but old the play is vile. Beneath our feet and long the mile. This debt we pay to fly the skies.
We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask. We wear the mask. The Tuskegee Airmen experienced great trials and tribulations.
But they never forgot who they were
Where they came from.
and what they accomplished.
Almost 1,000 African-American airmen eventually were trained at the Tuskegee Army Airfield.
And sent overseas to fly and fight for freedom in Europe. I too am America. I am the darker brother. They send me to eat in the kitchen when company comes. But I laugh, and I eat well, and I grow strong. Tomorrow, I'll be at the table when company comes.
Nobody would dare say to me,
Eat in the kitchen. Besides, they'll see and know how beautiful I am.
and they'll be ashamed.
I too am America. Bottom line, the Tuskegee Airmen were freedom fighters, and they helped pave the way to the civil rights movement in the 1960s and 50s. And of course, they won the war for America and its allies, and saved the world and our country from defeat. For that and much more, we thank them and honor them. And this 1940s anthem celebrated the famous 99 squadron.
Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left. Contact, joystick back, sailing through the blue. Dallas Southern 99, promise right into hey ho. Fight, 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 fighting 99, hey ho. Fight, 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 fighting 99.
So we did something other than Miss Sharon's food and walk around downtown. We learned a few things. Please give them another round of applause. Give yourselves a round of applause. Please give yourself a hand and thank you all for coming to again, please. You don't do this alone. You don't do this alone. It takes organizations like UAW Ford. It takes people like Mr. Vice President Jimmy Settles. It also takes a little bit of help right in the classroom, or in our rehearsal room. So let me bring up the assistants who help a lot. Miss Indigo Fong.
Miss Indigo!
from U of M and Midnight Golf. Our intern from Morehouse. Come on up. So they go with you every day, making sure that because you can't, these guys you can't control them. They're little Tuskegee Airmen. You don't tell them what to do. They try to tell you. So you need some help doing that. So again, I wanted to make sure that this has been such a privilege, and I just really hope we get a chance to do it not only all summer long, hopefully again, and maybe even extend it even more. And again, I can't thank you enough. I can't thank UAW Ford, Mr. Fight, Mr. Settles, all of the people that I thank before. And again, parents, we really appreciate this. I mean, I know it wasn't easy, but we hope we taught them something, and they taught me a lot, I know. So I think there may still be some refreshments left. But you are free to take your little Tuskegee Airmen home with you anytime you please.
I wanted to